Good evening.
Very good.
Yes, isn't it?
Well, I'd like you to wear these. They're rented for the occasion.
Oh. Right. Would you help me, please? I think
What?
I can help.
Well, yes, certainly.
Thank you.
So, the old boy knew me, eh?
Yes, he thought you were very handsome.
You don't say. Sorry I'm not going with you. Well, Dad will pick those up later. Now, try to memorize the names of all the people you see there tonight. The men, I mean. And get their nationalities. That's very important.
You mean the Germans? That won't be difficult for me.
And I suggest that you don't ask any questions. Just use your eyes and ears. They're a pretty keen and desperate bunch. Don't underestimate them.
Right. Well, thank you for your instructions. Good evening.
Oh, by the way, unless you have something very urgent to report, I suggest that you two keep shy of each other for the next few days. That's in case Sebastian's people want to check on you after your visit.
Yes, I understand.
That's all. Good luck.
Evening.
Good night.
Good evening. Miss Huberman, will you tell Mr. Sebastian that I'm here?
Miss Huberman?
Yes.
Please forgive me for keeping you waiting.
Not at all.
You resemble your father very much. I'm Alex's mother.
I knew when I saw you.
Alex has always admired you. Now at last I know why.
You're very kind.
You did not testify at your father's trial. We thought that unusual.
He didn't want me to. He refused to let his lawyers call me on the stand.
I wonder why.
Hello. Alicia. I'm so glad. You met my mother.
Yes, we just met.
You didn't meet Alicia when we were in Washington 4 years ago, did you, Mother? I don't know where you were at the time.
Alex, I think we should join our other guests.
May I take your wrap? Miss Huberman, may I present Eric Matisse? How do you do?
How do you do?
William Rossman.
How do you do?
Very honored. Emil Hubka.
How do you do?
Delighted. And Mr. Nair. And Dr. Anderson.
Dr. Anderson.
Gives me great pleasure. Dr. Anderson is our guest of honor tonight.
You mustn't bore Miss Huberman, Alex, with discourses on science. Not before dinner, anyway.
Dinner is served, madame.
Dr. Anderson, you will sit beside me over there. Eric, you will sit next to Miss Huberman.
You have just come from Spain, Senora?
A few weeks ago. It seems ages. Travel does not mean anything anymore. It goes so swift. One has the feeling of not going anywhere. I suppose we can expect rocket ships to be carrying us along the ocean very soon.
You can expect many strange
A
things.
good movie this afternoon, Eric?
No, I was disappointed.
Must have been a comedy. You know, Eric loves to go to the movies to cry. He's very sentimental.
At each end before we get really swift and perfect travel. It takes nearly as long to go from the city to the airport as it does to cross to the Atlantic.
I'm afraid, gentlemen, that something must be done about Emil.
I don't know. It was an understandable slip. Man was tired.
No. It is a very dangerous slip.
It is not the first one. There have been several other lapses before. There'll be more, if you permit him.
That's bad. It's very bad.
I think, gentlemen, you can leave it to me to find some way. When you drive up to Petropolis, the road winds quite a bit. It is very high. There are some very awkward turns. I'm sure I will not have any difficulty in getting Emil to give me a lift in his car. It's quite a trick to jump clear. I'll just have to be careful, that is all. Turned my ankle the last time.
Madame says, will you join the others or will you take your coffee in here?
Oh, I think we'll take coffee in here, I mean.
I'm very sorry, gentlemen, to make such an exhibition.
Nonsense. We all have nerves.
You have been overworking. Don't you think so, Rosner? You need a rest. Your health is very important to us.
Oh, that's very considerate. I am very tired. So now I think perhaps if you make my pardon to the ladies, Alex, for my leaving so early, then I...
Maybe, Emil, it would be better if I came with you. I think perhaps if you try to drive yourself all the way up to Petropolis, it might be too much for you. I shall drive you.
No. Now that would be too much for you all that way. That's too much to ask.
Nonsense. I'd love to go. Come on, Emil. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Alex.
I hope you feel better in the morning, Emil.
Thank you. And I'm very sorry to make a scene before strangers. Very sorry.
Thank you, Alex, for an excellent dinner. And please tell your mother for me that the dessert was superb.
Miss Huberman has been gone a long time.
Mother, is it necessary for you to always address Alicia as Miss Huberman? I do wish you'd be a little more cordial to her.
Really? I thought I was behaving very well. Has she been complaining about me? I'm grateful.
Might smile at her.
Wouldn't it be a little too much if we both grinned at her like idiots?
Oh, please, Mother, I want to enjoy myself.
Is it so boring to sit with me alone?
Not at all, not at all.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I thought I saw you.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. Great turnout, isn't it?
Yes.
Where are they?
In a box in the stand. I don't think they can see us, Alex and his mother.
Don't telephone me anymore. Just rely upon my popping up.
Can you hear me?
Sure, go ahead.
Heard of Dr. Anderson?
No.
He's some kind of a scientist. Kind face, 60 years old, gray hair. Deep crease in the forehead.
Tall or short?
Short.
No.
Emil Hupke, heard of him?
No.
He made quite a scene about a wine bottle the other night.
Didn't like the vintage?
He seemed to think there was something else in the bottle.
Was there?
No. It was wine. We drank it.
Has he pulled anything since?
Haven't seen him since.
Anything else?
Nothing important. Just a minor item, but you may want it for the record.
What is it?
You can add Sebastian's name to my list of playmates.
Pretty fast work.
That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Skip it.
Are you betting on this race?
No.
Alex says number 10 is sure to win. He knows the owner.
Thanks for the tip.
Alex says they've been holding him back all
I
season,
can't
but...
help recalling some of your remarks about being a new woman. Daisies and buttercups, wasn't it?
You idiot. What are you sore about? You knew very well what I was doing.
Did I?
You could have stopped me with one word. No, you couldn't. You threw me at him.
I threw you at nobody.
Didn't you tell me to go ahead?
A man doesn't tell a woman what to do. She tells herself. You almost had me believing in that little hokey-pokey miracle of yours, that a woman like you could ever change her spots.
Oh, you're rotten.
That's why I didn't try to stop you. The answer had to come from you.
I see. Some kind of love test.
That's right.
Oh, you never believed in me anyway, so what's the difference?
Lucky for both of us, I didn't. It wouldn't have been pretty if I believed in you. If I'd figured she'd never be able to go through with it, she's been made over by love.
You only once have said that you love me. Good heaven.
Listen, you chalked up another boyfriend, that's all. No harm done.
I hate you.
There's no occasion to. You're doing good work. Number 10's out in front. Looks as if Sebastian knows how to pick 'em.
Is that all you have to say to me?
Dry your eyes, baby. It's out of character. Except keep on your toes. It's a tough job we're on. Snap out of it. Here comes Dreamboat.
Oh, hello, Alex. It was so exciting. A beautiful horse. Do you remember Mr. Devlin?
How do you do?
Hello. Alicia tells me you had a bet on number 10. Sorry I didn't get the tip earlier. So long.
See you sometime, Deb. It was a wonderful race. Did you have much money on the winner?
I didn't see the race.
Didn't you? I thought I saw you looking through your field glasses.
I was watching you and your friend, Mr. Devlin. I presume that's why you left my mother and me. You had an appointment to meet him.
Don't be absurd. I met him purely by accident.
You didn't seem very anxious to get away from him.
Oh, he's just...
I watched you. I thought maybe you're in love with him.
Don't talk like that. I detest him.
Really? He's very good looking.
Alex, I've told you before, Mr. Devlin doesn't mean a thing to me.
I'd like to be convinced. Would you maybe care to convince me, Alicia, that Mr. Devlin means nothing to you?
Pleased to hear, Senor Barbosa, that our little theatrical plan is working. We've got hold of something concrete for a change.
I'm delighted, gentlemen. What is it?
Professor Wilhelm Otto Renzler is working here in Brazil.
One of Germany's scientific wizards.
I didn't know he was here.
Oh, yes. He's living and experimenting in Sebastian's house. They call him Dr. Anderson.
Entry.
Excuse me, sir. Miss Ruben wishes to see Captain Prescott or Mr. Devlin.
What do you mean? She's here?
Yes, sir.
I'll show her in, Ribeiro.
Yes.
I don't like this. I don't like her coming here.
She's had me worried for some time. A woman of that sort.
What sort is that, Mr. Beardsley?
Oh, I don't think any of us have any illusions about her character, have we, Devlin?
Not at all, not the slightest. Miss Huberman is first, last, and always not a lady. She may be risking her life, but when it comes to being a lady, she doesn't hold a candle to your wife, sir. Sitting in Washington playing bridge with 3 other ladies of great honor and virtue.
Take it easy, Deb.
Sorry.
I think those remarks about my wife are uncalled for.
Withdrawn? Apologize, sir.
How do you do, Miss Huberman?
How do you do?
It's Mr. Beardsley and Senor Julio Barbosa. Sit down.
Thank you.
You have the steam on my goblet, senorita.
But we are worried about your visiting this office.
I promise not to break the rules again, but I need some advice, and I couldn't find Mr. Devlin. In fact, I need it before lunch.
Well, something happened?
Yes, something rather confusing. Mr. Sebastian has asked me to marry him.
What?
Well.
He wants me to marry him right away, and I'm to give him my answer at lunch. And I didn't know what the department might think about such a step.
Are you willing to go this far for us, Miss Huberman?
Yes, if you wish.
What do you think of this, Devlin?
Oh, I think it's a useful idea.
Well, you know the situation better than any of us.
May I ask what inspired Alex Sebastian to go this far?
He's in love with me.
And he thinks you're in love with him?
Yes, that's what he thinks.
Gentlemen, it's the cream of the chest.
Then... and it's all right?
Well, yes, I'd say so. Of course, it's a perfect marriage for us.
There's only one thing. Want to delay us a bit?
What do you mean?
Well, Mr. Sebastian is a very romantic fellow, isn't he, Alicia?
Yes.
Then he'll probably want to take his bride away for a long honeymoon. Won't that hold us up?
Devlin's got a point there.
Oh, I don't know. I think we can rely on Miss Huberman to get back into the house quickly.
Yes, I think I can manage that.
Well, everything seems to be nicely arranged. I don't think you need me here anymore, do you, Captain Prescott?